Welcome to First Take exclusively on YouTube. I am Shae Cornette. We got Christopher Mad Dog Russo here with us and Vince Goodwill with us as well. Let's get right into it. Shaquille O'Neal joined Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio earlier this week and was asked about whether or not the big man is back in the NBA after the recent dominance of some of the bigger players in the league. And here's what Shaq had to say on the matter.
Stop it. The big man is not back. Stop it. Stop it.
Why? Why?
Because nobody posts up. Just because you're 7 foot and shooting jumpers, that does not make you a big man. Joker is the only guy that I would consider a big man, and Wemby. There's two, but I remember when every team had a center. So now you just got a bunch of guys running the same plays, picking and popping. But your statement about the big man is back, that's false.
You agree with Shaq? The big man not back.
It depends on what you mean by big man, because Shaq has a very rigid definition of what a big man is supposed to be. Funny how he did not say Joel Embiid, right? Embiid plays at all three levels. He doesn't play necessarily all back to the basket all the time. I just think he's worse. He's older than Doggy. Doggy has all the old man takes. Shaq has older man takes than you. I am surprised. You have to be very appreciative of what he is saying, because Doggy, it's not that bad. Like he doesn't consider Tim Duncan a big man. And we all know Tim Duncan, greatest power forward in NBA history. He thinks unless you play center and you have a forearm in your back for 40 minutes a night, you are not a big man. That is just not the way that the game is being played
Maybe
today.
he should have referenced like every team used to have a true center position. Maybe that's what he meant by it.
I think he wants to have a little post-up play. And let's face it, Jokic is the only one who goes down low. They throw him the ball, and he can make some things happen. Or he can do other things, but he can't do that. A lot of the big men are on the wing. They're shooting, 20-footers, 3-footers, and they didn't do that in Shaq's day. Now, Ewing shot the ball, but he didn't shoot the ball from 35 feet. Shaq played down low. Wilt played down low. Bob Lanier shot the ball, but he could post up. I know what Shaq's trying to say. Malone played down low.
Moses, not Carl. Make sure you say it.
And I'm a big Moses fan.
Make sure you say Moses, not Carl.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
Karl Malone, power forward. Moses, one of the all-time greats. I kind of agree with Shaq on that. I think it's a different sort of game for the big man. Look at Wemby. He's shooting threes. Now, he's great at it, and his versatility is phenomenal. He can play down low, but it's not his staple. In Shaq's day, the staple for the center was in the low box. I think that's what he means.
I miss being able to throw the ball down in the box, draw a double team, and then kick it out. And play from there, play inside-out basketball.
Right.
There's something that's missing from today's game. I will say is that. But I'm not lamenting the fact that today's big men are more versatile. You can watch Joel Embiid when he tears up Jokic, or when he used to play against Jokic. He ain't played him in a long time. But those big man matchups, whatever big man of the day it is, those guys will go at it. Embiid and Karl Towns will go at it. Embiid and Jokic will go at it. It just looks different. That's all.
Yeah. And it's funny about Shaq because he played in the final. He didn't really play a lot of. The Nets had no center. Jason Collins. It was Smits, who was a good player, and Mutombo with Phil.
He destroyed Mutombo.
Yeah, it was Mutombo, and he had the other big kid there too, Campbell.
Matt Geiger.
And Campbell. Wasn't Edgar Campbell?
No, Eldon Campbell's gone by then.
No, it was the other Campbell from Clemson. Wasn't he on that team?
Eldon.
On Philadelphia. But you're right. It was Geiger and it was Mutombo. So, Mutombo's a great defensive center. So I guess he did. The Nets series, he dominated because he had no center. The Nets series when they won a championship.
But that's why when we talk about Wendy, we're like watching something we've never seen before because he is a big man that can play all these different versatile positions and do all these things that we're just not accustomed to seeing.
He's a basketball player.
From a guy that big.
How about this? Ralph Sampson. Is Wemby the evolution of Ralph Sampson?
Sampson was not as good a player as people thought he was.
Okay.
Well, Wemby, I think there's some, thin. He's got the same body type.
Right.
I can see some comparisons there. I can see that.
All right, let's stay in the NBA. The second half of the NBA season will get underway on Thursday. As we look ahead to the second half, what is your biggest bold prediction?
Well, I'm not one for big-time takes.
Okay.
But when I look at the Los Angeles Lakers, Doggy, I don't see a second-round team. I think it will be a massive success if the Lakers got out of the first round this season. When you look at where they've been with LeBron, they made it to one conference final. They went to one NBA finals at the bubble and won. Knocked out of the first round 3 times. I think that's where they're going to land this year. Because to me, playing games has to matter. LeBron, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, so far this season, they've played 10 games together.
Wow.
that's not enough of a large sample size for me to say I believe in you guys as a crew when playoff time comes about, especially when neither one of these guys plays defense at a high level. If they play Houston in the first round.
Which they very well might.
If they play Houston in the first round, that's the only team I would give them a decent enough chance against because Houston can't close games. The Lakers can close games, but they just have to get there. That's why their point differential is 0 and their record is what their record is because they win close, but when they lose big. So I don't see them as presently constituted, and there's no more moves to make, that they can get out of the first round of the playoffs this season.
Well, they are probably going to play Houston. Houston is
in a 4-5.
They're playing that 4-5. I think the Celtics right now are very interesting. One, they got a chance to be the 2 seed, which I think is significant because obviously you get the second round at home, maybe against the Knicks. Now, they had it last year against the Knicks and lost, but they had that you'd want the home game. And 2, Tatum. You got 2 months away here before you have to worry about where Tatum is. The idea that he's got to play 15 games with his team to fit in, I don't buy that. Tatum will come in. He's a good guy. If they play him 18, 20 minutes a night, that first playoff series, he'll get his feet under him, and he could be a major factor. They've had a great year. They all love Tatum. And it's not like it's not like a trade. He won a championship with Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. The coach has done a very good job. I think Boston right now, it's weird to say it, I think they're under the radar in the East.
I'm with you.
And I could see the Celtics getting to the final.
I think that Jason Tatum should sit out the rest of the season.
I don't think he will, though.
I know he won't.
Why do you think that?
Because I think when we look at Achilles injuries, they used to be career killers. Dominique Wilkins, guys like that, now is no longer the career.
Has changed.
Right. But the point is, Kevin Durant is the template for that.
Okay.
He sat out 588 days. He missed all the 1920 season, the bubble year, and then came in early in the next season, almost 2 full years. And we're asking Jason Tatum to cut that time in half, even though he's younger and less miles on his body. I just think with that type of injury, I don't care how great the medicine is. Don't come back too soon. You've got a $300 million deal that's kicking in for the Celtics. And with this second luxury tax apron world, if you've got a long runway, you've got to play the long game because you've got him and Jaylen Brown on big money contracts. You don't want to have diminished returns because someone came back and there's a very low chance of this succeeding at a high level. I'm with Doggy. He could come back and help. But I'm saying long term, I don't know if that's the best.
Yeah, I don't expect him to come back and play 40 minutes. But I think 12, 15, 18 minutes, second round playoff series, he could be a big difference with that.
I don't know if Jason Tatum wants to come back and play 15.
Well, he'd have to start that way. He'd have to start that way. Coming back off an injury, you got to break in slowly. But I think the Celtics are interesting right now.
He was on First Take in November, and I was like, oh, you're not coming back? He's like, why not? I'm not doing 2 days now to not come back. Like, his mentality is, I don't necessarily disagree with you. Like, this is not an injury we play with, but his mentality from jump has been like, I'm coming back to help my team whenever I can. So I agree with you. It makes them very interesting in the East. Thank you so much for watching First Take exclusively on YouTube. Make sure to tune in weekdays on ESPN at 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
I'm on fire.